Hey, welcome everybody, welcome to VR Essentials. We're going to be doing the live unboxing of the DPVR E4 headset in just a few moments. I'm psyched. Are you excited? As much as I am, do leave your comments below. Let me know where you're from. What is the kind of stuff that you want to know about? Whew, a lot to talk about tonight. All right, guys, let's do this. Let me just transition over very, very quickly. Here we go. Hey, guys, welcome to VR Essentials, where we talk about the practical uses of virtual reality. Let me just put this down for a moment. How's everybody? Is everybody psyched? Is everybody excited to know more about the DPVR E4? I certainly am. It's been here. First of all, thank you very much to DPVR for sending me the unit. And my apologies for not having done the unboxing sooner, as it's been here for a good month. But I wasn't able to make the time until now. And I think now is the best of times, since we just had the MetaQuest showcase. And do go and check out that video in the videos that we did a live stream last night or the night before last night. And also, of course, is WWDC, which is going to be happening very, very soon with Apple Reality OS, which is going to unveil their most anticipated headset as well. And of course, there was in America, the augmented reality and virtual reality trade show that happened in America very recently. So now would have been the best of times to do the actual unboxing of the DPVR E4. Now I'm very excited. I'm going to talk about all the specs and all that kind of stuff as well. And do leave your comments below. Let me know what questions you have that you'd like me to answer. Is there anything specific that you want to know more about? In fact, let's just go to the poll very quickly, because I did a poll. to ask you guys what it is exactly that you wanted to know more specifically about. So let me just go to your channel, community, there we go. And I did leave this message pretty late, but 16 of you voted, which is fantastic. Thank you so much for voting, guys. That was just really crazy. It's really awesome that you guys vote. So I asked you guys what you wanted to know most about. I want to know about FOV. So 38% of you voted for that. In fact, most of you voted for this apparently. But I bet you all wanted to know, more than just one thing, of course. But this is your priority, I would imagine. I want to know about setup. Okay, so we will try to do the setup. I might split the stream in two. One will be the unboxing, and then the other one will be the actual setup, and we'll try to see if we can plug it in and if it works. Otherwise, I will do another stream tomorrow night with the actual power turn on. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how long it takes, as it is already almost 11 o'clock here at night in Singapore. You also wanted to say, I want to know about comfort. Now, most of you don't seem to really care about comfort, which is pretty hilarious, I have to admit. But I guess it's not your priority, is the way I'm going to look at this, because comfort is definitely extremely important in PCVR, especially as a lot of people do car sims racing or flight sim racing more than anything else. I would imagine for the Quest 2 users especially, sorry, not Quest 2, Reverb G2 users, who are looking to potentially, potentially upgrade from their Reverb G2 to another headset, as we know that Microsoft did unfortunately close down most of the VR division, so which most probably means they're not developing another headset for the foreseeable future. Anyway, it's very possible, of course, they will come back into the space later, but as Xbox have not unveiled any other VR headsets, or any VR headsets for that matter, then we cannot say that there will be a G3, for example. And then also I want to know about build quality. Okay, so we'll go through this. I'm going to give you, of course, my unbiased my unbiased review, first impression, not review, first impressions. Very, very important to talk about this. It's not a review, it's a first impression. It's in the box. I've never seen it before. Whatever look on my face, I'm not going to be able to lie. But I'm still very excited. I've been watching a lot of other people's videos about it and what they've been saying about it. And the response so far seems to be quite positive. So, and also there has been an update patch that was released a couple of days ago that even provides more, better gameplay with it. So very excited to know about this. And then I'll spend more time with it. Of course, I'll do more live streams with it. And then as time goes by, I'll be able to give you a proper review as things go by. So do hit the notification bell, after you subscribe, as I'm most probably going to be focusing on live streams for the foreseeable next few weeks, as I'm just extremely busy. I don't really have time or being able to make time to actually edit videos at this moment in time. So I will do live streams more or less for the next foreseeable future. So please do hit the notification bell after you subscribe, so you're notified about those videos when I use the E4, the DPVR E4 headset. Now, before we go to DPVR E4, I do want to talk about, very quickly remind you guys that I did do a video which was all about the DPVR P1 Pro 4K. And I just want to show you guys, I'm most probably not going to be able to give you this specific video again, as it took me so many hours to do this video. But I just wanted to show you guys the video, if I can find it. There you go. Here it is. And then you can just see the biggest difference between the P1 Pro 4K
With over 25 years
and the E4, of course, is the fact that the P1 Pro 4K is a 3DOF headset and not a 6 degrees of freedom headset. But anyway, here's the video to recap where we left off before, so that we will then dive into the actual unboxing right away. Let me just make sure I transitioned. Yes, I did. All right, let's play this video first.
What can you tell me about?
Sorry, I forgot to turn on the volume.
Subscribe, share some love so that you and I together we can grow the community and help as many people in VR. Until next time, take it easy, and as always, DJ, take it away.
All right, so this was where we left off before the last video, which was I think a couple years ago, if I'm not wrong, with the DPVR P1 Pro 4K. Now let's just go to the actual DPVR website very quickly. Let me just go to it, as I didn't open it. Website. There we go. All right, so basically DPVR is for you guys who are not familiar with this brand. You might be thinking, who the hell is DPVR, right? Well, they're actually another Chinese brand. So the Chinese are really taking over the VR space, to be very, very honest with you. Which is frightening at the rate that they're actually, developing VR headsets and overtaking the world with VR. You look at Pimax. Pimax are from China. I mean, they do everything in China. Then you have, of course, Pico, who are a Chinese brand. They were Chinese before. They were ByteDance, and then ByteDance bought them over, and they're still Chinese. You have Lenovo, who are Chinese also, and they're making some strides in the enterprise market. And I'm pretty well. Also, the consumer market, they have a consumer headset available in China itself. So it's just a matter of time before their headset becomes available in the consumer space in the West. And Lenovo have a much bigger chance of success than ByteDance because they're the world leaders in PC manufacturing. And, they were the sponsors to the Olympics and all this kind of stuff. So Lenovo, big brand to come around, I'm pretty sure, in the next few years. And then now we have DPVR. Now DPVR, more, I would say, what I know them from is they're more well known in the arcade space and also the VR cinema space. That's where they really, really do shine a lot. They were one of the first companies in China, in fact, because I've lived in China for 10 years, almost 9 years, and in Beijing, and I traveled all over different different cities in China, and I've actually seen their headsets before I met DPVR. So You know, I've gone to VR cinemas where there were DPVR headsets over there. I've gone to Chinese VR arcades and there were DPVR headsets over there. So that's where I knew them from before I actually met the team of DPVR a couple years or 2-3 years ago or so. So very excited. Now they do pretty good stuff. It's just that it's taken them a little bit of time to be able to develop headsets that are at the quality of today's modern standards. In fact, the DPVR P1 Pro 4K was more meant as a 3DOF headset to compete with the Oculus Go, I would say. But what they were lacking more is the actual library of all the various different apps, as that was the problem for most VR manufacturers, to be honest with you, including Pico, who are just starting now to have a decent library, but they're still not, of course, at the level that Quest is, right? So then they came out with they did a partnership with Nolo to do the wireless 6DOF, you know, kind of thing. But unfortunately, Nolo, even though, you know, the company in terms of technology and in terms of where they're, you know, I'll just show you very quickly what the Nolo thing looks like. But basically, this is Nolo VR. Let me go and find it. There we go. Maybe they have a trailer. Let me just see if they have it. Yes, here it is. So basically, let me just turn off the sound. It'll play after the ad, okay, no problem. So basically, Nolo is something you put on your VR headset with a DPVR P1 Pro 4K, or even the Oculus Go for that matter. I did do some videos, I think, 3-4 years ago, whenever that was. Sorry for the ad. Okay, so there we go. So it's a motion tracking for mobile VR that transforms your 3DOF headset into 6DOF, basically, right? And it was a very cheap way to try to get 6 degrees of freedom. And for those who are not familiar with 6 degrees of freedom, it basically means that you can move the same way you can in real life inside of virtual reality. So you can move forward, backwards, you can bend, you can jump, you know, all these kind of different sensations, and you would have them inside of VR. So you could plug the Nolo on your phone or any other VR headset that did not provide the 6 degrees of freedom. And 3 degrees of freedom basically means you can only rotate your head in the left or right or up and down, and that's it. You can't actually rotate in the Z space as I think it's a Z space if I'm not wrong. So or in the 3-dimensional space. So basically, Nolo, unfortunately, despite their, you know, the fact that they're doing really cool stuff, it just didn't work. It just was really poor. The quality was really poor, and I think I'm really happy to see that. Let me just go back to the normal camera now. I was really happy to see the fact that DPVR are shying away from that, and they focus more on the core, which is the PC VR market first, make that work really well, and then later start to introduce technologies that would enable their VR headset to have more of a wireless capability. And excuse me, it's quite late here. Of course, what I was trying to say, you know, they don't have the library of all the games, so it makes more sense to work with someone like Steam and have a headset that's more compatible with that library, where there are thousands of games available in VR, and just make the headset really good and present a really good brand for them, and, you know, just make sure that things work, and then go into the wireless space. So I think that's a really good move from DPVR, both in terms of branding for the long-term longevity, but also in terms of, I would say, budgeting, because it will cost much less money to make a PC VR headset work properly, and much less work in terms of partnerships and dealing with all the different people to build a library, and then later move on to the wireless space. So good on you, DPVR, for doing that. I think that's a really, really good move. All right, guys, so what we're going to do now is, let's just say hello first to the people here, to the VR Essentials fam. Inked Alien, how's it going? Wow, this video is top quality. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Your comment is top level quality as well. So thank you, sir, or thank you, ma'am. I'm not quite sure, sorry. But thank you very much. Square Peg, hello. Hey, Square Peg, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining the stream. I'm wearing my gloves today because I don't want to put my thumbprint on the visor of the DPVR headset, as it's supposed to have an LED thing going on there, which is very, very cool. Looking forward to trying that out. Guys, I'm here in Singapore, so do let me know where you're from, and let me know your comments as to what you want to find out more about tonight. Okay, let's first and foremost, before I start everything, I also read comments from you guys. So let's go back to the VR Essentials YouTube channel. Let me get rid of that. And let me go to the YouTube studio. There we go. All right, and let's go to the comments. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to go randomly, guys. Just kind of not even look at the screen, blah, 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 close my eyes, just completely random. But if it's a comment I read before, then I'm not going to read it again. Okay, let's start with this one, which is crazy graphics Pico Neo 3 standalone versus 4K DP Steam VR after the 4 video. So do go and check out all those videos as well. Let me just bring up the comments so you can read it. Okay, there we go. So let me bring it back. Where is it? I lost it. Oh no, here it is. Okay. Hi, great video. Help or tell me. This is from Emil Zahariez 11111 or 1111. There we go. I see through a huge fog with my left eye. I don't have a lens injury. Maybe I have residual vision of about 20%, and in my right eye, 3 diopters. Oh man, this is really hard for me to understand. But basically, it seems that she has an issue with her lenses. Does it make sense because of this in a helmet? I'm thinking about HP Reverb G2 version 2 version or something better. Okay, so basically, she's saying that she has some issues with her Pico 3. So I personally never had an issue with the Pico Neo 3. I used it for more than a year, and I always had a good VR experience with it. Just that the issue I had with the Pico 3, and the reason why I wouldn't buy it today, is because everything inside is distorted. So when you basically put the headset on for the first time, it just feels that everything in VR is just really magnified, really distorted in such a way that it just makes me feel very uncomfortable. So that's why I would just not use the Pico Neo 3, even for PC VR. If I was to choose a VR headset for PC VR, I would go for the HP Reverb G2 as it stands today. If the E4, of course, doesn't do a good job, I don't know. It might replace my Reverb G2. Who knows? I will let you know in the future about this. But as it stands off today, before I do the review of the E4, then the Reverb G2 would definitely be my go-to PC VR headset in terms of budgets that are medium. The Pimax is much more expensive, and also the big screen VR headset, which looks completely awesome. You do need base stations for that, and you also need extra controllers so that are compatible with it. So it's more pricey and a bit more difficult to set up. In fact, I would probably wait for the big screen version 2. I would not bother. I'm so sorry, big screen. I'm a big fan of you, but I wouldn't bother buying the version 1 simply because I don't want to get into the whole base station stuff and complicate my life even more. I would just wait for the big screen version 2 and then maybe try that out, because I'm pretty sure they will have inside-out tracking in the version 2. It just makes much more sense to go in that direction. All right, let's. What did I press? I press record by mistake. Okay, here we go. Let me just go back to the desktop. Let's read another comment. Maybe something a bit more. Okay, Ultra Leap. Let's read this one. Don't think I read that one. Wax 72-second VFW. Where are all the promised follow-up videos? Well, I'm very sorry. You're absolutely right. I haven't done too many videos with Ultra Leap, but I will definitely do more videos in the future. They just released a brand new. In fact, let me just go to so Ultra Leap release. They just released a new Ultra Leap very, very recently. Is it this one here? I think it is. So let's check it out. Okay, let me just bring the resolution back to 0. Oops. Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay. Okay, so there's a brand new Ultra Leap version ready. So let me. Yeah, so very, very excited about that. Hopefully, Ultraleap will send me a demo here to send to me. But basically, Ultraleap, what they provide is they enable you the ability to have hand tracking on headsets that don't have hand tracking built in. So I would definitely test out my Ultraleap with the E4, the DPVR E4. So do hit the notification bell after you subscribe so that you can be notified about that video as well. And I'll do more videos with it as well with the HP Reverb G2, which is there, by the way, on just behind me. So yeah, this was really, really love what Ultraleap are doing. Love the community, love the products, and definitely looking to do much more stuff, much more content with their videos as well. All right, let's take on one last comment, guys, before we move on to the actual unboxing. Okay, I did a video about the worst app on SteamVR, the most shocking app. In fact, it's not the worst app, I would say. It's the most shocking app. That means it's so shocking that I don't even know why it's there. Like, it's the most shocking thing I've ever seen. It's the most twisted app I've ever seen. Go and check out that video if you want to know more about what it is. It's just a disgusting, weird, twisted, shocking app. I don't understand why Steam have it on there, to be honest with you. So I have a comment by BrigGuy3940 who says, sounds like somebody who wants to become a mayor of Prude City. LOL. It's just a game and you don't have to play it. Well, unfortunately, I put a thumbs down to that comment. I cannot like that comment because it sounds to me like this person didn't go and actually see the app, or they didn't actually watch the video, they just commented, which is most likely the case. I think if they saw the video, they wouldn't have commented that. In fact, I think if they saw the video and they commented that, then I'm sorry. I don't know why you leave that comment. It's a really, really sick app. I mean, there's no other word for it. But anyway, guys, moving on a more positive, swiftly note, now is the time to do the unboxing. So let's have, let me just go to YouTube again. Is it channel, what's the, to change? Yeah, it's number 1 for a desktop. I have my shortcuts, guys. Let me go to drum roll, sound effect. Let's have a drum roll. I hope there's no ad. Yes, there's an ad, damn it. I gotta wait for the ad to finish, so just give me a moment. It will happen in a few seconds. Okay, is the ad gonna stop, please? Okay, another few seconds. 1 second. All right, the ad is finished. All right, so I can't hear the drum roll. Let me. All right, we're gonna be doing the unboxing right now, guys. Unboxing coming right up. Are you guys excited? I have my scissors. We have the box. We've got everything we need. Are you excited? Are you excited? Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hit the notification bell. It's going to be doing a lot more content with the E4, guys. A lot of different live streams. All right, I think it's finished. No, it's still going the drum roll. It's a good minute. Ooh. All right, I'm going to stop it because I'm a bit tired. All right, guys. So let's do this. Let me go to this camera. Ooh, yeah, I got the camera ready, guys. I got the camera ready, guys. All right, so leave your comments and your questions below, guys. Please leave your comments and your questions below. Let me know anything you need to know. I got some answers. So yeah, let's do this because this is live, guys. This is absolutely live. This is completely packed. I mean, look at this. There's no. I did not cut this box before and rewrap it. Believe me, I don't have time to do that. All right, so let's do this. So here you go. Here's the box. It says gift on it. Thank you very much, DPVR. They did not sponsor. They're not sponsoring this video. There are no sponsors to this video in terms of cash, but they are, of course, sponsoring the headset. But this is going to be unbiased first impression, so better be good, DPVR. Hope you didn't let us down. All right, so please leave all your questions and everything in the comments, guys. All right, let's do this. Let me see if I can put a little music whilst I do some cutting or something. Okay, give me a minute. Go to my channel. Go to history. Okay, there we go. All right, so. Okay, let's do this. All right. So I'm going to put my phone on the side because it's in the way. Welcome to VR Essentials, everybody. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Love you guys. Love the fact that you've turned up and showed up. You're sending it. Love it. Lit. See, I'm talking like a millennial now. All right, let's do this. All right, so cutting the box, everybody. Oof. Cutting the box, everybody. Leave your comments and your questions below. Let me know what you guys want to know more about. And there might be some guys from DPVR in the chat. It's very possible. So hello to you if you are here for the live stream. They might be able to answer you some of your questions as well. I'm not sure if they are, to be honest. But if they are, awesome. We'll definitely do some interviews with DPVR, do some live streams and all that kind of stuff with them as well in the future. I really want to focus more and grow the channel with the live streams, interview gamers, interview content creators, interview developers, you know, just do a lot more live stuff than actually do edited stuff. Plug the wire at the back, so very sorry about that. So just saying, please hit the likes. Please, let me just go here. Yeah, please thank DPVR for sending us the headset, because honestly they didn't need to. We don't yet have like 50,000 community members or all these kind of things. They really did not have to send us a unit. They could have sent it to Mike from VR Oasis or Cass and Jerry or all these other guys except us, right? So let's thank them by hitting the likes. Really thumbs up to you, DPVR. That's why I was doing the thumbs up. Thank you so much, and let's as a community thank them by hitting the likes, and also by hitting the likes they will help more people to come into the stream, meet more people, mingle all together. So yeah, hit the likes, guys. All right, I'm unboxing. I'm cutting the box now. Ooh, the box is opening, guys. The box is opening. And put all your comments below. I will definitely read all your questions. It's just that my phone's on the side right now. Let me just read some stuff. Hey, Antlion. Yeah, that's right. Sorry about that. The mic, I just unplugged it by mistake. Welcome back to Drew. How you doing? Hi. That could be my choice if it was a couple of months ago on market. I had to choose Pico Neo 3 Link. It has DP port as well. Okay, well, I hope that you're having a good time with your Pico Neo 3, so all good. If it were me, now the only thing that to me is, and this is why I really want to find out if the E4 is going to replace my HP Reverb G2, is the fact that now the Reverb G2 is an amazing headset. I've been using it, as you guys know, on the channel. It's my go-to headset for any VR experience. I honestly speaking do not really use my Pico because, first of all, I have a lot of software issues with my Pico. I love the Pico. It's a great headset, don't get me wrong. I was part of the launch in Singapore and Malaysia. I did a lot of the marketing for them and all that kind of stuff. I love the Pico. But I'm just saying that it's not my go-to VR headset. The HP Reverb G2 is my go-to VR experience headset, because it's just plug and play. It's very easy, everything works, and more importantly, the graphics are better for me. I don't have an issue with this sweet spot stuff that a lot of other people have had with the HP Reverb G2. I do know that the lenses with the Pico 4 is better than the Reverb G2 in terms of pancake lens technology. The sweet spot is bigger and all that kind of stuff, but I don't have this issue with the G2. The only issue I have with the G2, guys, is the fact that Microsoft closed the VR division. So if I was to spend $500 on something and have a problem with it, then how, can HP guarantee me that they can replace it, they can get the parts for it, they can send me a new cable, all these kind of things. So I would definitely try to look for an alternative. That's why I wouldn't necessarily go for the G2 if I was to spend money on a new VR headset. So is the E4 going to replace my HP Reverb G2? Because, of course, the customer service is there. Apparently, they have a... we'll go on the website later and talk about all the customer care and all that kind of stuff. But basically, they're there. They have their VR division ready to help you to change anything if anything goes wrong. So that's why I'm really looking forward to know whether the E4 is going to replace my G2 and whether it would be the headset I would spend my money on for barrier of entry to VR without having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a headset alone. All right, let's continue with the unboxing, guys. Okay, the microphone is back. Sorry about that. I keep the wire is very close to the box, which is why it keeps coming off. Just gonna drink some water, guys. Sorry, give me a moment. All right. So, can you guys see it? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Ooh, very exciting. All right, I'm just going to cut the box from here instead of doing it the other way without trying to touch the wire. I'm not sure whether you guys heard everything I was talking about in terms of the HP Reverb G2 just now. So guys, let me know where you guys are from. I'm here in Singapore. By the way, it's almost, I don't know what time it is. Probably 11 p.m. or 11:10 p.m. at night for me. Where are you guys from? Where are you based? Don't be shy. Say hello in the comments. Get to talk with the other guys. Have a chat. Are you guys excited? Did you guys watch the game showcase with Meta? Are you excited? Are you going to be watching the WWDC? I will be doing a watch party, by the way, for the WWDC launch. So do hit the notification bell after you subscribe so that you're notified of when I'll be, well, you'll know when, but at least you'll be notified as to the actual watch party, and we can all meet up and spend some time together again. All right, I'm just going to move the mic a bit. All right, very, very exciting, guys. Very exciting. About to take the box out. I love doing that. And by the way, for those who are curious, this chair is my Cybershoes chair. Cyber chair from Cybershoes with the carpet. Also very, very cool. It's very comfortable. It's my new office chair, and then I have the my office chair is now my racing sims chair. So here we go, guys. Here's the box in its plastic. So on the front we have the DPVR headset with the controllers and the logo on the side there. On one of the sides we have the SteamVR logo, and it says compatible, and it says please download DPVR Assistant from, and it tells you the link, and then enjoy SteamVR. Let me show you. And then on one of the other side, oh, my phone's about to fall. On the other side, we have the logo of DPVR. This is their official logo, guys. And then on the other side, we also have the DPVR logo. All right. Oh, and then on the back side, sorry, didn't finish. Okay, so what I like about DPVR is the fact that they are actually, they don't hide. They don't. Oh, the camera unfortunately moved. Okay. Sorry if it's a bit tilted, it's because the camera fell. So basically what I like about DPVR is the fact that they're not a, you know, they don't hide the fact that they're from China. A lot of Chinese brands, I feel, hide that they're from China. So on the other side of the box, you can actually see their address, and their address is in Shanghai, in fact. So they manufacture in Shanghai. That's what it says on the box, and they tell you the model. So the product name, DPVR Virtual Reality Headset, Model E4, include virtual reality headset, user manual, warranty guide. Manufacturer Shanghai Lex Long Information Technology Co. Limited. Website dpvr.com. Address, it even has the address of where they are in Shanghai. So I think that's really, really good that they don't hide that. So you can actually go and check them, you know, something like that. They also issue a health and safety warning. Read and follow all warnings instructions included in user manual, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Please stop using if there's any adverse reaction. Okay. The actual device included in the color may vary. Okay. So, you know, they're just trying to be a little bit more customer centric, I guess. All right, let's continue with the unboxing, guys.
70 forex pairs, commodities, indices, and bonds. Trade the instruments you choose on our award-winning app. Our platforms are secure. We offer
11 a.m. for you. Wow, very early. Almost your lunch. All right, I'll try to finish the stream before your lunch. Tell that the box had a little bit of a beating, and basically I mean, as you saw, the box came wrapped in another box, and that box was also wrapped in the what do you call it, the cellophane, the bubble wrap. So it was very, very carefully wrapped up. However, this box here, I can tell it's taken a little bit of a beating. The edges are a little bit there's some scratches on the box, so Test. All right. For some reason, OBS decided not to make my microphone work for some weird reason. Very sorry about that. So I was just talking about the box. Wondering where you guys stopped hearing me talk. Okay, can you... The mic should be back by now because I can see it on OBS. All right, so this was an OBS issue. It wasn't my mic. So basically the box, just to show you guys, so yeah, so there's some scratches on the box and also some bubbling on the box. So especially on the edges here, you can see the box has bubbled up a bit. So I think this is most probably due to the humidity, I would imagine. Here in Singapore we have 90% humidity, guys, so it's very humid here. In fact, I have to get an anti-humid box, like a box that kills humidity, and I put my gear in there. Here, and also it's bubbled up here. So let me. So as you can tell here, it's bubbled up a bit as well. So normally boxes are airtight, but this box, the humidity has most probably bubbled the box a little bit. But other than that, and this is where they put all their address and everything here. So if you want to know exactly where they are, it's all here. So that's really good. I really like the fact that they're not hiding where they're from, which is good. Yeah, and it's got a few scratches on it. But other than that, there's no tearing on the box. The box seems okay. You know, you can just see a little bit more bubbling here on the other side, on the top part. This part here. Sorry, I'm trying to, because everything's in inverse. At the top here, you can see the line on the box. So that's where it's that's probably maybe the glue. Okay, so that's for the box, guys. Let's open the box now. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna, guys, just give me a minute. I'm going to download the song because I keep rewinding the song on YouTube. I'm just going to download that YouTube song because it's Creative Commons and I'm not going to have any copyright issues with it. So just give me a moment. Alright, I downloaded the song. So now I could just leave it on loop continuous. Alright. Let me just bring down the song volume. There we go. And it's on loop. Alright, time to open the... Let me just read some comments before I actually do the opening. Drum roll, please. Okay, you want another drum roll? You want another drum roll? No, we're just going to do the opening now because we did the drum roll earlier. Guys, do let me know what questions you have, what you want to know about. We'll go back to the survey. I did a survey, so do go and vote. Go to the community tab, which is here. Go to the community tab. So if you go to the channel and then go to community, you will see there's a poll here. So go and vote, guys. So I'll talk about all the various different things. And then if there's any other things that you want me to talk about, please leave your questions in the comments also, guys. All right. So time to unbox this thing. Let's do this. Ooh. All right. It's not easy with the gloves on, I have to admit. Sorry for the camera moving. There we go. It's coming up. 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 Woo! It's up. All right. There we go. Whew. There it is, guys. There it is. Let me switch on the light again. And let me bring it up to you. Here it is. There's a smell of newness that has just appeared in my room. Like a smell of something is new. has just been unboxed. Oh, no, don't fall, please. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Oh my god, I gotta wait just a minute. Let me get rid of this. All right. All right, microphone's still working, all good, all right. So let me show you again. Here we go, here it is. Not bad, the camera quality. I'm using my iPhone, by the way, on OBS for the top view. And the camera quality is actually pretty decent, I have to admit. Very surprised. Because I'm using the facing camera, not even the back camera, so... Not bad, quality camera, I have to admit, for an iPhone. There we go. Let me change the camera so you can see. The other camera, however, is my Canon camera. My 6D Mark II camera. It's not a very expensive camera, guys, if you want to get into photography or film production. 6D Mark II is my go-to camera and has been for the last 4 years. I mean, look at this. But the lens is more expensive than the camera, though. It's a 24mm L2 lens, so that's pretty expensive. The lenses do everything, guys. It's not the camera. Believe me, it's the lenses. So there you go. Here's the headset, guys. Are you excited? Are you excited? Is it going to be my replacement to the G2? Who knows? You're going to have to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified of all the various different live streams I'm going to be doing along the way in testing all the various different car sims, flight sims, and other games, and giving you my review and impressions. Okay, let me just read some of the comments first before we move forward, and please do put more of your questions below. Okay, Antlion says, I voted FOV, but I do care about PC connection because I'm looking for a budget good headset. Okay, so depending on how long the stream will go, I'll either stop the stream and then do a separate power turn on stream later tonight or tomorrow, depending on what time it is. So do hit the notification bell for that, or I might continue doing it later. I'm just not sure. It really depends how I feel, as it might get pretty late, guys, to let you know, to be honest. It's already 11:30 here in Singapore, guys. All right, so I'm gonna take off my gloves just for a moment, just so that I can feel the headset. You know what I mean? Like, does it feel premium or does it feel really cheap? Like, is it a Toys R Us toy, or is it a Quest 2? A toy? Sorry, Quest 2 users, bad joke. Or does it feel like an HP Reverb G2, which really does feel pretty premium, guys? I have to admit, the G2 feels pretty solid. All right, time to find out. How does the plastic feel? All right, how does it feel? Ooh, okay, cool. So the first things first, when I took it out of the box, the cable was already attached. Just so you know. Come on, autofocus, please work. So you can see the cable. Oh, this is okay. So there are some ads to the stream, guys. Sorry about that. The only reason why I put the ads is because that's how YouTube actually promotes the videos. If I don't put ads, I know it's better for you, but it won't promote the video as much. All right, so I'm trying to think about what to say. So first of all, let's talk about the cable. So the cable is attached. Here. It does feel a little bit plasticky, I have to admit. But it doesn't feel... Let me get my G2. So I just want to get my G2 so I can do a feel comparison. I want to feel how different it feels in my hands compared to having the actual G2. So this is my G2, guys, from HP. I would say that the G2 feels more premium. Hands down, it does feel more premium. My DPVR feels a little bit less premium than my G2. But now you have to remember, guys, that I've tested a lot of different VR headsets. If it was my first VR headset and I felt this, I probably would be okay with it. I'd probably be fine. It doesn't feel cheap. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a toy that I could, throw on the floor or give to a kid, or it doesn't feel like that. Like, it doesn't feel cheap toy, okay? But in terms of premiumness, it feels more plasticky. And I know I've got I have the visor, I have the visor sticker stuff here. But it does feel a little bit less premium to me than the HP Reverb G2. So the HP Reverb G2 feels more solid. I think the plastic that because this is plastic too, guys. This is plastic too, right? But there are different grades of plastic. And I feel that this plastic, to me, just feels more premium. It could be a color thing, maybe. Maybe it's because it's black. I don't know. I got no idea. But I'm just saying that in my hands, if I was to close my eyes, it's like tasting wine, right? Like, you want a Lafite wine, or do you want another type of wine? So I'm just saying that the plastic feels a little bit more premium on the G2 than the DPVR. I got the G2 stuck in the wires. Give me a moment. There you go. Let me just put it back. Actually, I'll just put it here in case I need it again. Let me compare it to the Pico. So here's the Pico, guys. Pico's here. To me, it feels... So this is the thing. The Pico feels less premium to me than the DPVR. So I guess in terms of build quality, but there are certain things I'm going to talk about on the DPVR that worry me. Okay, that wouldn't worry me on the Pico. But I guess in terms of build quality, then I would put the G2 first. I would put the G2 first. This feels very premium. It feels like a $1,000 headset, this one. You need to know this. HP have done amazing. They've done an amazing job on this headset. This feels like a $500 headset. Or, I would say $650 headset. This feels like a $600.50 headset. This feels like a $500 headset. Or a $450 headset. So, in terms of build quality, just trying to answer your guys' questions in the focus group that we did. HP wins. Second comes DPVR. And third comes Pico. So this is the build quality, all right? It's got nothing to do with anything else. So I'm just talking about the feel, my first impressions, touching the headset for the very, very, very first time, guys. Very, very first time. Now let's talk about things that kind of worry me a little bit. Let me change camera. So what worries me a little bit is now I love this and I hate it at the same time. Let me let you know what it is, because I watched other people's videos before doing today's video, so I'm kind of ahead to know what to talk about. And it's this. Now the flip is fantastic. I love the flip idea. Don't get me wrong. I love the flip idea. I think it's great. It's a must-have. It was on the PlayStation VR, if I'm not wrong, right? Leave your comments below if I'm wrong. I think it was on the PlayStation VR. I do love this. I think it's great. However, this is the part I'm not confident about. Is the flip thing is actually plastic, guys. Let me just put my glove back on. So I don't want to put thumbprints on it. Okay, put them back on. So the flip part, this part here, is made of plastic. And okay, there is nanotechnology today and plastics are better than before and blah, 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 right? But I'm just saying that because it's plastic, I'm just not sure how many times I can do this before you'll break. Or you have to be very, very careful, because if you were to slightly do it too much, you know, you're playing, you take your headset off, you've been doing some Beat Saber, you're like, whoa, I'm all powered up, I'm all energized, and suddenly you take it off, you could crack this very easily. So be very, very cautious. My advice would be to be very, very cautious about this specific plastic part here, where it flips the headset, because it is made of, let me see if the camera can take it. It's made of plastic. This entire section here is made of plastic. Okay? Just so you guys know. That's made of plastic. Okay? Alright, let's talk about the inside padding. Now, I've seen this on other people's videos, so I'm not shocked about seeing this. I will tell you how it feels when I put it on, but I'm generally speaking... Now, before I say this, DPVR are releasing some new accessories, guys. In fact, they have released some accessories which are coming soon, where you can replace this facial interface, which I can remove. Okay, so this is the facial interface. So this is basically a sponge. Personally speaking, I'm not a fan of these things. Why? Because when headsets get hot, this heats up a great deal, just so you know. Rubber is... There's a reason why we use rubber on wheels, and why race cars race better when the wheels are warm and the rubber gets hot. Right? The energy, the kinetic energy goes into rubber. It's the same thing with VR headsets, guys. If your skin, if your face becomes hot, you can't see it very well here on this camera. If basically your skin gets very hot, or the headset gets hot, the energy, the heat goes into this. You need to know that. I don't think VR manufacturers realize this. Like, I don't think they get that. Because every time I wear these things, the VR cover ones on the other headsets and all this, it just gets really hot. Not only does it get hot, it will get sticky. Because your sweat is not going to become water, it's going to start becoming sticky sweat. You know, so just FYI, VR manufacturers, these are generally speaking not a good idea. They're just not. But you know, it doesn't mean it's not comfortable. Some people prefer it, by the way. And also, I understand why they put it. It's because it's COVID, guys. You have to remember this. That China went out of COVID way later after us. And this headset was most probably available in China first before the West. And also COVID, you know, in some countries perhaps is still not clear. And, you know, they're just trying to maybe be a bit safer. Because the good point of this is you can wash it very easily. This you can use with soap, water, boom, 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 dry in 5 minutes, you're done. You got a brand new facial interface. And if you're going to be using your headset with friends, family, or people from outside your actual house, and they're coming to your house and you haven't seen them in a while or whatever, and you just want to be safe and you want to wash things, then this, of course, is a much easier way to wash than having a cotton or fabric or synthetic-based facial interface. For sure, hands down. So I understand why DPVR did it. I'm just trying to tell you that this is generally not a great idea in terms of comfort, because it gets very hot and it can also become very sticky or watery, and then your headset starts to fall. Because headsets are, generally speaking, not 100% stay on your head just because you have a strap and whatever. Sometimes it's also because the facial interface sticks to the actual part of your face, and if it starts to move around, then when you're moving your head and stuff, it's not going to stick on your face, so therefore it will affect comfort as well. Just FYI. And I think VR manufacturers don't really realize these kind of things. All right, so moving on. I'll put it back on a bit later. So here you can see much better now Here is the inside. So the inside is very basic, guys. Let me just up the volume of the music a little bit, make it a bit more pumpy. So, yeah, this is the inside. So there's not much to say about the inside, to be honest with you. It's the same build quality as the HP Reverb G2. In fact, let me show you. So here's the HP Reverb G2. And then here's the other one. There you go, I'll bring it closer. Everything's in inverse, so I have to kind of mirror my actions. It's so bloody annoying. Let me just get rid of the cable from here. Alright, so bear in mind that I have used my G2 for a good 2 years. I'm using version 2 cable, by the way, and I haven't changed it. I haven't changed the cable in 2 years, so the cable has really lasted. Believe me, it's been hooked up on the... I had the cable... I've walked on the cable, I've wheeled my chair on the cable, I've bent the cable, I've done everything to the cable, and the cable just works perfectly fine still. Touch wood, don't want to jinx it, but I'm just saying that the cable with the G2 has lasted already 2 years. So as you can see, the build quality is absolutely more or less the same, to be honest with you, in terms of the inside part. But of course, the lenses are different, yeah? Let me just bring down the music a bit. It's a bit loud. Okay, minus 25 should be better. Alright, so we're going to remove the stickers together, guys. We'll do that in just a moment. And please leave all your questions in the comment below, guys. Now, as you know, the HP is 4K. And the DPVR is supposed to be 4K also, but I don't think it's 4K per eye, however. I think it's 4K in total. So if there's someone here from DPVR, if you could confirm this, that would be great. Because I don't think it's 4K per eye. I think it's 4K in total. However, the DPVR cable is supposed to provide uncompressed VR experience. So it's going to be very interesting to see the screen door effect and all these kind of things as well. All right, so that's for that. And then let me just finish off by... Okay. And then there's some padding on the side. So there's some padding here. Let me just remove my gloves so I can feel the padding and let you know whether it feels cheap or whether it feels nice. Yeah, the padding feels nice. Doesn't feel super cheap. It feels like PU, you know, fake leather, right? So it just feels like PU, normal PU, like a couch you'd get at IKEA in PU leather. That would cost you 300 euros, although they're much more expensive, to be honest. The couches at IKEA. Not sponsored. There's padding here on the side as well. And there's padding here too. The plastic of the halo feels very much like the Pico of the halo of the Pico, to be honest. So the plastic feels okay. It's very soft. So you have to be careful again here, because even though it's great that it's soft, yeah, at the end of the day, you could snap this very, very easily. So, well, I wouldn't say very, very easily, but quite easily. So just be very careful. Don't try to overbend it, or it will snap. It's that simple. This, however, the back part does feel cheap. I'm going to be very honest with you. I think that this part here feels toy. Yeah, it doesn't feel premium at all, this part, the back part. The back part does not feel quite premium. I mean, I understand the pricing of the headset. I'm just saying that the back part feels a little bit like a toy. The plastic feels a little bit not so premium. But the front part, as I said before, is okay, it's fine. The halo's fine as well. Just be careful, don't bend your headset, don't overbend it or it'll snap. And also don't, do it too much. Don't force it. Otherwise this will definitely break as well. So just be, cautious about these kind of things. I think these are the things that DPVR, maybe in the future, in the E5 or something, can think a little bit more about when they're developing their headset. So I'm really happy to be able to have the opportunity to provide them that feedback. All right, let me go back to camera here. Okay, cool. Let me just put the Pico away. All right, so that's for that. And then, we didn't look at the front, of course. So let's do the peeling together of the front. All right, let's do this together. Let's peel the front together. I normally do not peel my VR headsets. I always leave the plastic on. That's just by preference, to be honest with you. Oh, before I do the peeling, let me just look at your comments, guys. Let me just read, see if you guys have any questions or anything. Hey, Stefan Sales, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining the stream. Okay, microphone's working. COVID Puppy 2, hey dude, how's it going? Artful, great to see you back in the stream, my friend. That's very nice of you to come by as well. Okay, so let me read the comment from Artful first. Hi my friends, I think since we announced the Meta 3 price yesterday, the DPVR is too cheap and tacky as you say. I never said it's tacky. I didn't say the DPVR is tacky, guys. Did not say that. I'm just saying that the build quality, I would say, is not as premium as the HP Reverb G2, but it does feel more premium than the Pico, in my opinion, okay? But again, it doesn't deter the gameplay because I haven't tried the gameplay. We're just talking about the exterior, the shell of the egg, right? Okay, lost sound. Okay, it's back. Still no sound. All right, there is no sound. All right, but it's back. The sound is back. Okay, Stefan, thanks for saying sounds good now. The FOV compared to the reverb makes it look a lot bigger. Yes. Now, the FOV is supposed to be, let me just read up on this. It's 116 degrees, if I'm not wrong. So let me just go to my... Oh, okay. It was actually pressing one of my keys, creating issues on my computer. Okay, let me just read up because I have the words from the actual guy who deals with DPVR and who looks after DPVR. So I prefer to get my source of information from him than from the website. As some of the information may be updated by him and not yet updated perhaps on the website. So the field of view is 116 degrees if I'm not wrong. Let me... Okay, I don't think I asked him for the field of view actually because it was on the website already. Okay, let me just change to the website very quickly. Let's go to here. And then let me bring this up. There we go. And then we'll go to the website here. There we go. Here. No. So, yeah. Where's the E4? E4. Here we go. All right, and we'll talk about the accessories a bit later as well. And we're going to do the unsticking of the lenses together, guys, in just a moment. So just give me a second. Just want to answer your opinion. I'm not using a, what do you call it? VPN. I'm not using a VPN, but the website, I believe the servers are based in China, so do be patient for the website to load. as it could take a little bit of time. Okay, where's the E4 stuff? I clicked E4, but it didn't open the E4. So DPVR, if you're watching the video, I clicked on E4, but it didn't open your E4 page, just FYI. So let me just go online very quickly. Okay, there we go. Move to it. All right, so it is $549 US, guys. It doesn't include shipping, I believe. And also, guys, if you are going to buy a VR headset, any VR headset online for that matter, do check if you can get it, of course, from your distributor. Do check the terms and conditions if you're buying it from a distributor, which might be different to the actual manufacturer. And also make sure there are no taxes, or if there's any additional duty import tax. For example, when HP sent the laptop to me, it was going to be thousands of dollars extra. But that's because after a certain amount, the taxes really go high. And below that amount, generally speaking, the taxes are extremely low. So just check on these kind of things if you're going to be buying headsets from abroad, if they're not already brought into your country. I do believe that the FOV is 116 degrees. Why isn't it here? I'm now using my memory. Yes, there it is. So the FOV, let me just make this bigger. So here you go, guys. So the FOV is 116 degrees. And also, of course, the refresh rate is better than the G2 and also better than the Quest 2. Although Quest 2 does have a refresh rate at 120 Hz if the games are enabled at 120 Hz when you link it up to your computer. And of course, the Pico also has 120 Hz. Yes, it has 120 Hz experimental though, because at the moment most of my games are running at 90 Hz on the actual PC, and I believe that the Pico Neo 3 also only has 90 Hz on PC VR, but it might have experimental 120 Hz, although I'm not sure. I cannot confirm this as I no longer have the Neo 3. I gave it to a school, but the Pico Neo 4 has 120 Hz experimental, or it used to have. I'm pretty sure it still has it. Sorry, I haven't gone into the settings in quite a while. Artful, can you confirm, please, for me, if the Pico 4 has 120 Hz experimental inside of the headset? And then also, of course, the number of hertz is very much dependent on the developers, okay, guys? It doesn't mean that because it's available that every single game is 120 hertz. It doesn't mean that at all. The developers have to develop the game to that refresh rate in order for the VR device to be able to work at that refresh rate as well, okay? I just want to make that very, very clear. But of course, the fact that it has it enabled means that if the developer enabled 120 hertz, then you can use the DPVR E4 at a 120 Hz refresh rate. The higher the refresh rate means, of course, that the smoother the gameplay will be, the faster the frames will refresh, and the little edge you will have when you're doing first-person shooters or you're doing VR sims or any games for that matter, you will have on your opponent who doesn't have that refresh rate, as you'll be able to see things coming faster than your opponent or other people. So your reaction time in a game when you're trying to, for example, turn a corner inside of a VR sim, or you're trying to shoot someone, a bad guy coming out from behind a wall or something, then you'll be able to have that faster reaction time, even though it's not a super faster reaction time compared to 90 Hz refresh rate. It still gives you that additional edge, let's say, compared to someone who doesn't have 120 Hz refresh rate. All right, guys, let's do the unsticking of the plastic first together. All right, so I'm just unpeeling the plastic for the very first time with you guys. There we go, one plastic gone. Let me just put it here on the box, because I'm gonna put the plastic back on, guys. It's just what I prefer to do. Okay, so taking this off again. There we go. Okay, the plastic broke. I can't put it back on. Sorry, I'm not gonna cry live. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm not gonna cry. Right. Okay. More plastic going. Alright, plastic broke again, so unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to put the plastic back on. Alright, there we go. Last layer of the plastic. Let me just bring down the... Okay, sorry. Okay, there's more plastic it seems. Alright. So the plastic doesn't peel off all in one time. It seems to keep breaking in little layer strands. Just FYI, DPVR. There we go. Here's the most important part of the plastic that came off. Here we go. Look at this shine. Look at this shine, guys. Let me just put it down for just a second. I just want to put my glove back on. Alright. Glove is back on. So now I can touch it, you see, and I don't get all my dirty fingerprints on there. Thank you, Lens, for doing your job. That's amazing. It really does give justice though, right? The way you see the DPVR right now is how I feel about it, just FYI. It looks pretty decent, right? It does look pretty good, I have to admit. This is the one good thing I love about DPVR. You know, they won awards for the P1 Pro 4K design. I think, honestly speaking, they are the first VR manufacturer before HTC to create headsets that actually look damn good. Because this looks like a fashion accessory almost. You know, and they really did really cool designs. And then HTC started to do things that look a bit better with their XR Elite. And then you had Pico that came out with their own version of a headset that looks also pretty cool. But they were the first. DPVR were the first manufacturer to actually create headsets that have some form of design, you know, a nice look and feel to it. Now apparently the front part has an LED inside that changes color and reacts to sound. Now it doesn't do anything, you know, to the gameplay. But you know, if you're someone who's like a Razer fan, or you know, you like all this kind of stuff, then it's definitely going to make you feel a little bit more, you know, special. Now you can see the cameras. There are 4 cameras. 1, 2. Everything is inverted for me. It's bloody irritating. I need to sort that out at the next stream so things are not inverted for me. 3. And then there's a 4th camera here on the top. I'm going to be very excited to test like pass through compared to the HP Reverb Bluetooth, like how you get to see the world from VR as well. I think that's going to be something I'm going to be interested to see. Does it have web browsing as well? Will I be able to browse the web really easily with this headset? You know, these are the little things that to me are quite important. I think Windows Mixed Reality have actually done a good job, to be honest with you. Even though at the beginning it was really, really crappy, they really managed to sort themselves out and make things very user-friendly. So it's going to be very interesting to test the DPVR software assistant and see how things work. All right, so there's an ad. Sorry about that. Thank you very much, Stefan. I think it's Fresno. Yes, I'm pretty sure that the Stefan was talking about thanks for donating to school. Yeah, I mean, you know, when I don't need my headsets anymore, I just give them out, to be honest with you. So I don't keep them because I'm not like Voodoo. I mean, he's amazing, that guy. Absolutely amazing. He has the most VR headsets in the entire content creation industry for VR. As for me, I don't have space to keep them, and they just gather dust, and honestly they're not going to increase in value 20 years from now since they're out of the box, so they're no longer mint quality. So yeah, I just give them out, just give them away, you know, whenever manufacturers send me new headsets, or if I purchase them, because some of them I have to purchase too. So the lenses are Fresnel, yes, they're not pancake lenses. But let's do this together. But let me just double confirm that they are Fresnel. Let me go here. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. I'm pretty sure they are I mean, they don't feel like pancake lenses to me whatsoever. They do feel like Fresnel lenses, for sure. I'm pretty sure they're Fresnel lenses. They have to be. They're not. They just don't feel like pancake. Let me type. Let me see if I can go here. Maybe it has it. VR compare. So according to VR compare, by the way, so it compares the latest Pimax. I'm not quite sure you can really compare them, although I mean you can. That was the previous Pimax. Sorry. So okay, let's forget about this. Let's just focus on this side, okay? Because this information is too old. Yeah, they are Fresnel. So I got rid of the stuff on the side. So they are Fresnel lenses, guys. Single LCD, not double LCD. Now that's very, very interesting because I believe that the HP Reverb G2 is double LCD, not single LCD, which is why the blacks on the HP Reverb G2 are absolutely amazing. I mean, the blacks on the HP Reverb G2 are just crazy. You know, when you're doing a horror thing, or you're doing Half-Life Alyx, or even when you're driving in a VR sim and you're going into a shadowy area, you can definitely feel the contrast between the bright and the darks being very, very dark, and the bright's being very bright. So there's no gray. It doesn't feel gray, It feels very, very, especially in the Vertigo game, the zombie one, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and also the other one. Oh man, leave a comment below. Tell me below the name of the game that I'm trying to think about. It's multiplayer zombies. Really cool, awesome. Vertigo, I believe. Leave a comment below. Let me know. It's fantastic when you play it with the HP Reverb G2 as well. So, Fresnel lenses. So let me just bring it closer to you guys again. All right, so let me do the unraveling of the lenses. Now, I never leave the plastic on the lenses, just to make that very clear. I only leave the plastic on wherever on the other parts of the VR headset. Now, the other thing is, by the way, guys, just before I unravel and I take the plastic off, is another thing I need to talk to you about. Is that with this headset, I actually have my lens prescription adapters by VR-wave.store, so do go and check them out. You can get a discount, 5% discount if you use the promo code VR Essentials. Just want to plug that in, guys. I'm not quite sure if they're going to be making lens adapter prescription lenses for the DPVR E4. I will ask them. I'll let you know. I'll send them an email and ask them for sure. Let me just put it back on. All right, they're back on. So yeah, so I will definitely ask them, and perhaps it's possible that DPVR will make them too. I don't know. I'll let you know in a future update. So do hit the notification bell after you subscribe. All right, guys. So let's do this together. And the other thing is, I can't wear my glasses. These glasses, I cannot wear them in the HP. It's not possible. This is just simply not wide enough for me to wear my glasses. I mean, my glasses fit. They do fit inside, but it just hurts. It will hurt my nose after a while. It's just not comfortable. So I cannot wear my glasses in this. However, I have no lens prescription adapters for this, even though VR Wave did very kindly suggest to send me some. I still haven't said yes to it. Because I haven't had time to go and get my eyes checked again, to be honest. So, but I can wear my glasses, these glasses. So these glasses, which are very slim, by the way, I highly suggest to those who wear specs to bring your VR headset with you at the optician or the glassware place with you, so that you make sure that they fit in your VR headset. That's what I did to make sure that they fit inside of my G2 before I had the lens prescription adapters, and also to fit in here. So they fit in here, no problem. I mean, they're super wide, no issue inside of the Pico whatsoever. And in fact, the only thing that hurts me on the Pico, and that's because I don't have the new facial interface, is the facial interface. Like if I wear the Pico after 1 hour or an hour and a bit, it will actually start to hurt my face. Even though it's very comfortable for the first hour, I have no issue with it. But after an hour, 20 minutes or so, then it will start to hurt my face. So, but they do have a new facial interface that's a different fabric. So I haven't tested that. I'm sure it's more comfortable. Okay, so let's do the peeling together. Let's peel this. So there we go, one's gone. And we will go through the other content inside of the box, guys. I haven't finished the actual unboxing also. And then let's do the other one. Test. Yes, microphone's still working. All right, there we go. So the lenses are cut. I mean, the shape is pretty unusual, I have to admit. Because they're not round completely, right? They're cut on the nose part. So that's pretty interesting. Let me bring it closer. My lens can really take it. It can really go close. All right, guys, so that's the lenses. So let me just check that there are no scratches or, any defects of any kind as a first-time customer, right? I mean, I didn't buy it, they sent it to me, but let's just imagine I'm a customer. So I'm just checking if there's any scratches or anything of any kind. I can't see any defects, to be honest with you. I do notice, what I find quite funny is that when I look at inside the lenses, it's not a defect, it's just the way they produce the lens. So, I think I know why they did that. So they left a little gap on the glass on one of the sides so that perhaps it would be easier to take it off if they had to take it off for any reason. So, if you had to send your headset back for repair or something and they needed to change a lens, then maybe it would make sense to me that they left a little gap there. So you can tell that the lenses on the Pico are absolutely massive, right? I mean, they're huge. Don't get me wrong, the Pico, as I said, even though it's not my go-to PC VR headset. Let's just make that very clear. it's my go-to standalone because it's the only standalone VR headset I have at the moment. You know, I can't compare it to Quest 2. I've never had a Quest 2. I never bought a Quest 2. I never tried a Quest 2. I never put a Quest 2 on my face. So that's why it's my go-to standalone VR headset. But I never do standalone VR. I just never do. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm just a PC VR dude. That's all I can tell you. Until the graphics go to the level of PC VR of what they are today on an RTX 2070 inside of a standalone, then I'll switch to standalone. Until then, I just don't. You know, I use it to do streaming. I use it to do content with it. But in my own personal time, with no content streaming or anything like that, I just never use it. I use my G2 at the moment. And also because the streaming, with the wireless streaming, using the internet and all this kind of stuff, the fidelity of the graphics are just not as good as plugging the wire into a computer and then using an Ethernet cable all the way to the router, right? So that's why I just don't use it whatsoever. And also the battery life, you know, it goes after a couple of hours, it's gone. But my G2, I can do VR for 3-4 hours without having to worry about that. So those are just the reasons why I don't use a Pico for PC VR. But if I didn't have a G2 and I wanted PC VR and, you know, a standalone, then of course I would use the Pico. It's just because I have the opportunity and the luck to be able to have two headsets to pick and choose, right? So I'm just saying, if you want real good PC VR, you know, then I currently use a G2. So I'm very curious to know if the E4 is going to make it or break it for me. But the Pico has amazing lenses. I mean, let's compare the lens size to the G2 and the E4. So let's compare the E4 size of the lenses to the G2. Let me remove the lens prescription adapters. I put a bit of tape there because it will make the headset think that my head is still on when I take it off, and then I don't have any idle screens or anything like that that would impair potentially my game to switch off or to have any issues when I take breaks or if I just remove the headset. So that's why I put the sticker tape there. So please don't roast me for that. There's a good reason for it, because I've had roasting done before. Friendly roasting, of course. Friendly roasting, nothing nasty. So you can tell that the lenses of the E4 is definitely larger. I mean, the Pico lenses are much larger than the E4, but the E4 lenses are larger than the G2. All right, so that's for the lenses, guys. I have to do everything inverted, which is very weird for me. All right, let me read the chat, guys. See if you guys have any other questions for the moment. So Stefan, yeah, we said it's Fresnel lenses. Thomas collection. Oh, Thomas from Voodoo. Yes, his collection is absolutely crazy. All right, so let's continue, guys, with the actual content inside of the box before we move on to other stuff. We'll talk about the specs and all that kind of stuff. after we finish the content unboxing. So give me a while. Oh, the other thing is this might be a little difficult to put back. Let me try to do this live right now to see whether it's difficult to put this back on the E4. Let me know how long you think it's going to take me. Do you think it's going to take me 30 seconds? Do you think it's going to take me a minute? Do you think it's going to take me 5 minutes? If it takes too long, I will stop. I will literally stop. And then, I won't stop the stream. I will stop trying to put it on and then I'll just move on. Let's say that it takes 2 minutes maximum. All right, place your bets, guys. The one that wins, wins a wink. I don't know. Wins a clap. Wins a clap. All right, wins a clap. And all right, go. Let me try. Okay, so it's very easy to know where to put it. DPVR for the E5, please do magnetic technology. I think that would be really much more helpful. Okay, so the way to do this is to use your thumb, FYI. So the one on the nose is the one that's the most difficult to put back in. Yeah, he doesn't want to go back in. I have to finish it later. So okay, the other ones are quite easy to put in though. They all went in, except for the one with the nose. Test. It's in. Okay, so how much time did it take? It took 3 minutes. 3 minutes to put it back. It's all back in though, so that's good. Wear my gloves because I don't want to get my thumb prints on. Okay. Took 3 minutes. It wasn't very hard to put back. Just the last one was the one near the nose was the most annoying one. All right, so before I'm going to try it on, let's finish the contents inside of the box first, and then I will try it on and give you my initial impressions as to how it actually feels on the face. All right, so let's finish the unboxing. It's just really hard to throw grenades or all that kind of stuff. They're just really horrible controllers. So I'm really happy that Mammo Grips sent me the Mammo Grip controller things, and it makes a world of difference. Like it's a completely different controller. You cannot compare it when I'm using this. So I don't need the strappy things here, right? I don't need this cord basically, because they're here. They're on my hands, right? So first of all, it doesn't look like the member grips will fit. These controllers are tiny. God almighty, look at the size. Look at the size of these controllers. Wow. The size. Oh my god, they're like mini. They're for mini hands. They're tiny. They're teeny little. Look at this. Have you seen this? Look at this. It's crazy. Look at this. Look how tiny they are. They literally fit inside. Like they fit inside of the G2 controller, the G2 rings. They're so small. And look. I'll show you the... Look, even the stem is shorter. The stem is shorter. It's shorter by at least 2 cm. Let me just put them properly on the camera so you can see. Look, you can definitely tell they're shorter. They're shorter by at least 2 cm. These are for really small hands. I think these are for girl hands. Asian girls. Or because Asian girls have quite small hands. And, you know, DPVR is China, right? And so I think these are more for Chinese female hands. And also maybe for teenagers or kids. But, you know, VR is not for kids. I mean, this headset is not for kids. Yeah, I just want to make that very clear. But the controllers are so short. Very, very short controllers. Very, very short. Let me just try them quickly. But you know what? It's funny. They're short, but they fit in my hand. Like I thought they would. Let me see if I can change the camera. See better. They actually fit in my hand. Like I thought my hands would be something like this because they'd be just too small, but they actually fit in my hand. Although my finger does go through the ring. It does go through the ring. My thumb is, but that's because I'm not holding the joystick though. Test. All right, mic stopped working. I think okay. No, I mean it's really funny, but I have to say that these controllers feel like the G2 controllers very much, and I'll tell you why. They are better built than the G2 controllers for sure. Let me show you. They're better built because they're less. Let me switch off the light. They are okay, so they're more rounder. They're rounder than the G2 for sure. They are rounder. But you see the problem with the G2 that I told you about earlier, right? It's flat here. It's round here. It's just that it's not as flat here as it is with the G2. So it means that here, this part and the part underneath is rounder. So it's not going to hurt. I think DPVR have watched videos of people saying this because basically they avoided the issue of having this being sharp and this part being sharp, but it is still relatively flat, which means that they're quite fat. This is an oversized controller, overweight control. I think this controller has gone to McDonald's one too many times. It's too fat. For me, this is too fat. It's going to be, I think I can already see that throwing grenades with this is going to be an issue. It's not going to hurt my hands, but because they don't feel, they feel a little bit overweight. They feel a little bit over, like my hands, even though my hands are inside snug, yeah, don't get me wrong, they are snug. It just, the part of the palm at the palm of my hand feels too large, so it feels uncomfortable. And I can definitely tell that throwing things is gonna be uncomfortable. Compared to the Pico controllers, let me try to find them for a second. Give me a moment. Guys, please hit the likes of the video. Share some love for DPVR, yeah? Share some love for DPVR to thank them. Hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes in the video, please. So I'm just trying to find... Oh, here they are. Here they are. Let me try to explain to you what I'm trying to talk about, because it's not super obvious. But basically, the Pico controllers are my go-to controllers. Honestly, if I was to say what are the best controllers in VR right now, the Pico are the best. I can't compare the controllers of the PSVR 2 though, but the Pico have done an excellent job. Why? Because the base here is quite thin. I mean, it's not thin, but it feels less fat than this. Even though on the camera, you see, this is the problem. The reason why, even though on the camera it looks like they're more fat, they're more wide, excuse me, I'm sorry for using the word fat, I'm really sorry. What I'm trying to say is that they're wider. So even though they're wider on the Pico, it looks like on the camera, and they are a little bit wider. The problem is that because on these controllers and the HP Reverb Bluetooth controllers, one side is thin and the other isn't, there is no balance. It's not balanced in the hand. On the one hand is very flat, on the other is very bulky. It feels very unbalanced in the hand. So when you're going to throw things, the controller will literally make you think it's going to leave your hand even though it's not. Mentally, there's a trigger that goes to the brain, making your brain think, oh shit, my controller is about to leave my hand. So you instinctively grab hold of them even tighter, and basically what happens is that you have an uncomfortable gameplay, and in fact you could even hurt your hand because you're squeezing harder and you hurt yourself. So DPVR for the next controllers, copy Pico. I mean, don't copy them because of trademarks and things, but inspire yourself by them, because these are super balanced, very, very balanced controllers. The fact that they're round on both sides, there's no slim part and round part or whatever. It's just completely balanced. So when you have these in your hand, oh, throwing grenades is a beauty with this. You will throw grenades with this super accurately. Believe me, you will throw them where you want them to land. You won't even think about it. It's really an amazing controller, this one. And also the Pico Neo 3 controller was great. They were long, if I remember correctly. They were quite long. They were very easy to grab. They just felt very natural in the hands. Really, Pico have done an amazing job when it comes to controllers, I have to admit. HP and E4, I will give you my review as I play. Of course, I can't give you my definite review right now, right? Because I haven't tried them. But I'm just telling you that based on my initial impressions, they're going to be very, very, very comparable to the G2. So what I'll do a separate video on this, and do hit the notification bell for this. I will test out the Mammoth grip and see whether they fit on this. But I can already tell that there's going to be an issue, because if you look at the ring, if you look at the G2 where the Mammoth grips go, as you can tell, they go there, right? They go here. That's where the band goes. If you look at here, and there's enough space for it, yeah? You can see there's enough space for it. However, on these controllers, oh, they're quite slippery with my gloves. Okay. You can tell that there's pretty much, if you look at the ring, there's no space because the ring is basically on the actual thing. So I don't know how the memo grip is going to fit. DPVR, let us know if you're planning any accessories for controllers so that it's more like this, more like the memo grip than the actual controller itself. That would be really good because I think it would be really helpful to have those kind of things. All right, guys, please put more comments below. Now, what I want to talk about. Let me just go to the. Let me go very quickly to your. Okay, let's go back here. So FOV, we spoke about this, 116 degrees. Now, however, with the FOV, guys, I need to be very clear on this. With the FOV, you do realize that with the IPD, the more narrow the IPD, then the more black there will be on the sides, right? Now, normally that's what happens on every other VR headset. That means if your IPD is closer towards your nose, if your pupils are closer towards your nose, there will be black area on the sides of the VR headset, which will narrow the FOV from 116 to maybe 90 degrees FOV, yeah? Let's be realistic on this. So to enjoy the 116 degrees FOV, you're going to have to make sure that your IPD is completely out or as out as possible. That's the theory of it because that's how it works with every other single VR headset. And unless it's different with the E4, I will let you know. So definitely hit the notification bell after you subscribe, as I'll do a specific video about the FOV and how it all feels when you adjust the FOV. All right. Let me go back to the video. Okay, setup, we'll have to do another video for that. I want to know about comfort. I'll do another video for that. Ability about build quality. Okay, we spoke about this at the very beginning of today's stream, so do go back to the beginning of the stream if you want to hear more about the build quality. All right, let's move on to the controllers once more. So basically what I'll talk about in the controllers is that there are no batteries in the controllers. And I know there's no batteries. Why? Because they're super light. Now, I can't use my gloves to open the batteries. It's not possible. I need to know what side the battery's on. I guess it's on this side. Okay, there's a little thing indicator telling you where they are. And what's very interesting about the batteries is that it's not the whole side. It's not the entire side that comes off. It's only a part of this side. So let's see how easy or difficult it is. All right. So there's no batteries inside. Now, personally speaking, I think it's fine that there's no batteries. I think it's okay. But do make sure that you have charged your 1.5 volt batteries, not 1.2, so that they will last longer, your batteries. It only takes one battery, guys. Now, this is pretty cool. It doesn't take two batteries. The Pico have a different system. Let me show you. There's a little latch on the Pico that you have to flip. There you go. And then it just comes out like so. And they take two batteries. Pico take two batteries, guys. If you don't know what batteries I use and all that kind of stuff, go to the description below. All the links are there. All the computer I use, all the chips I use, the cards I use, memory I use, all that kind of stuff. It's all in the description below. So that's for the Pico, and then it goes like so. The reverb is quite tough to take out sometimes. Okay, there we go. It's easy today. There are two batteries also. Two batteries as well. However, the difference between the Pico, sorry, the E4 and the G2 is that with the G2, the whole side comes off. The whole side comes off, but with the E4, only a part of the side comes off. So that's pretty interesting design. Very interesting design choice. As you can tell, let me show you again. So So the whole side came off, as you can see. Whole half side of the controller comes off. But on the E4, only a section of the other side comes off, not the entire side. And that's because, of course, it only takes one battery and not two. Now, does that mean that the controllers are going to last longer than the HP Reverb G2 or the Pico? For the Pico, guys, I haven't changed the batteries and it's been more than a month. And I play on average about, I would say 10 hours a week with this. 10 hours a week. And with the G2, I change them once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I would say 2 weeks. And with the G2, I play about 20 hours a week. So, yeah, 30 hours a week of VR. Plus my job, plus everything else. So that's why we're doing live streams now and no longer doing recordings. So does it mean that the E4 controller is going to last longer than using two batteries? You're going to have to find out for this based on my live streams in the future. And if you don't want to miss my live streams, make sure to hit the notification bell after you subscribe. Okay, so let's put a battery in and see how, if they feel very heavy, or because I've got the other G2 controller over there anyway. All right, so let me put the battery in. All right, battery's in. Very easy to put in. How easy is it to take out? Let me check. There's a little gap. Let me just show you. There's actually a gap on the battery here at the bottom of the battery, so that it's supposed to be easy to remove. So I like these little details. They really try to think about. It's very easy to remove, like super easy. Like it just literally came out. Like I don't have to, It's very hard to take out the batteries of the G4, for example, or even the Pico. It can be a little bit tricky. But with this one, because they did the little gap, it's just really easy to remove. So I really, really appreciate that. Thanks for that, DPVR. Right, and I can feel a little vibration when I put the battery in, FYI. Is there a little LED that comes on? No. Oh, yes, there is. There's a little LED that comes on. Let me show you again. So you can see the LED. So let me remove it. Boom, the LED is gone. Look at the front. There we go. And then it will come back on. It's orange. And then it will turn blue or something. Orange maybe means that the battery is... Oh, now it's green because I press on a button. Okay. So maybe the different colors seem to have different meaning. I'll read the instruction booklet for that. There you go. There's a use for it. Maybe orange means idle, and green means go, and blue means I don't know what blue means. Anyway, it's there. The LED is there to let you know that the battery is working. Default, hi, welcome to the stream, man. Do not think I would buy this if the battery hard to take out. Well, as I said, it's not hard, as I just showed you. You like the LED? I love the LED as well. Yes, very cool. Right, now let me try to see if it's hard to put this thing back on, though. Just FYI, the controllers, since I took off my glove, they don't feel less or more premium than the other controllers. They just feel the same. So plastic feels plastic. What can I tell you? Right, so clicks in, okay. And then, oh, it's in already. Oh wow, okay. You just click it in, I guess. Okay, to take it off is straightforward. Put on. Okay, it doesn't click in. It just goes back on. It doesn't click in. So, there you go. I just have to get used to the fact that there's no click. All right, and then finally, let's do the unpeeling of the controller. There's an ad. Let me just get rid of this. Guys, remember to reshare the link in your social media so other people can come and rewatch the replay later as well. Really, really appreciate that. And please hit the likes, guys. Please hit the likes, guys, to hit the likes, hit the thumbs up, to give some thank you to DPVR for sending us the headset, so that, you know, thanks to these guys, thank you so much for sponsoring, not sponsoring, sorry, showing your support to the VR Essentials community and sponsoring VR Essentials channel to show your support to the VR Essentials community, because it's really awesome to be able to do these kind of things and hang around with you guys and educate you about these new cool VR headsets. All right, so let's do the reveal. Let me do it here. So there's plastic here as well. I'm just going to pull it off. Oh, the plastic is for something else. Oh no, it is for the black part. Okay, it's just tough to remove. There's a little piece of plastic here. I don't know if you can see it. It's here. This thing here. So I'm just going to. It's a bit awkward to remove it because it's actually very, very tight. Wow, it's very tight. Let me remove my gloves if it's easier for me. I don't know, it's just very tough. Oh, it came off. Is this supposed to remove everything? It's more of a label. Now the issue that I have though, so the plastic doesn't cover the entire black area, just FYI, and also DPVR, just so you know, it left a mark. It left a plastic mark. Let me show you. So you can see the little plastic mark. So you're going to need some white spirit or something to, you know, or just use a little sponge with not a lot of water. Yeah, just damp, just to remove the mark. So you can see there's an AB button and also a DPVR button, which I guess would be your home menu button, right? So I'm a bit OCD. I don't like the fact that there's a mark here, because now it's an extra thing I have to do, and it's sticky. So yeah, I don't know why this little piece of plastic is there. It's a little indicator with a little R to say right, I guess. Let me just show you. Don't know if you'll zoom. It's like a tiny little piece of plastic. I really don't know why it's there. We know it's the right. We know it's the right. I know that we can be pretty stupid sometimes, but I don't think we're that stupid. So DPVR, I don't think you need that little piece of plastic, to be honest with you. It's really hard to take off, and when I do take it off, it creates the mark, which now means I need to get a sponge, wet the sponge, put soap on the sponge, or get white spirit. White spirit is not something you really want to use. It's chemical. So where's the other controller? It's here. Okay. So for the other controller, I'm just gonna leave the little left, I'm going to leave the sticker on. Yeah, so that's basically, that's that. All right, so let's look at some of the specs. And please, guys, please put your comments below as well. Like with Disco. Blue means freeze. Cool. You should do a wall punch test for durability. What do you mean by... Oh, you mean punch the controllers in the wall? I don't think I'm going to do that. No, I just don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to hurt myself. Is that what you meant? Okay, so let's just go back to the specs of the DPVR. Here we go. Let me go to my message first. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so by the way, guys, the actual DPVR is 300 grams, just FYI. And it's 298 grams without the halo. And it's under 500 grams with the halo. So it makes it lighter than the HP Reverb G2, supposedly. Let me just double check very, very quickly. Let me just see how it feels. Yeah, it feels lighter than the HP. For sure. Definitely. No doubt. It definitely feels much, much lighter than the HP. No, sorry, not much lighter. It just feels lighter. Like the front, especially the front of the HP feels much heavier. Actually, it does feel much heavier. Yeah, damn it. Wow. It feels like it's at least 100, maybe 200 grams heavier than the DPVR. So that's very, very interesting. Okay. Now, apparently there have been some issues with the DPVR E4, including some inconsistencies with the feedback, the vibrational feedback from the games. But apparently this has been looked at in an update recently, so I'll let you know. So that's one of the things. And I'm not quite sure about the other things. Okay, let me just go back to the other stuff. Okay, so the other thing I can tell you is strong visuals. Okay, I mean currently the reviews on other channels are pretty good, I have to admit. So it's 4K for both eyes. I don't think it's 4K per eye. I will confirm this, but I very much doubt it's 4K per eye at this price. 120 hertz. Okay, 100% binocular overlap. Very interesting. All right. Try to share the biggest view in existing panel, same as Quest 2. Okay. So okay, they made a panel that's very similar to Quest 2. They say that the microphone and the speaker is not good at the moment, so I'll definitely check that out. They, as I mentioned, there's there was a video, there was an update, patch very recently, so they did address some of these issues. So I will test the speaker and the microphone as well, to just because Pico had a huge issue with the microphone for a long time. Oh my god, it was the worst microphone in VR. And I have to say that the HP, every time I use the HP, I can hear the click, click, click of my controllers. It drives me mad during live streams. I wish that would have been something that they did address at the time. Okay, so the IPD is electronic, guys, just so you know. So that's going to be very interesting to test. And to be honest with you, when it comes to IPD, personally speaking, I love the G2 because it's manual. I can just adjust it here. You know, you have to understand, manufacturers don't understand this. They don't get this. Now, the ultimate IPD is automatic IPD. That means that the lens can read your eyes and do it all the time at every single millisecond for you, right? Now, that's the future. It's scary to think that too, right? In a way. But the reason why I don't think electronic IPD is good, is helpful, is useful, I'll tell you why. It's because, and manufacturers I don't think understand this, have you not noticed that sometimes in some games you need to adjust your IPD based on how close or how far something is? That means that depending on your eyesight, everybody have different eyesight. Not just, IPD is supposed to be the distance between the pupils and the nose, or the distance between each pupil, whatever. It's at the end of the day where your eye is positioned on your face, right? So the lenses will move accordingly to match where your eye is. Now, I find that IPD is not just that. Also, it affects how even though it's farsighted and nearsightedness, it does affect how I see something close and far. So when I adjust the IPD to, let's say, 60, suddenly something close is focused for me. But then something that's a bit further outward is kind of more blurry. It's very weird, right? And then when I put it to 65, let's say, then suddenly something that's more close to me is more clear. Sorry, something that's further away is more clear, and it was blurry just now. And then something that's more closer to me suddenly feels a little bit less sharp. So that's very strange. And I find that I do that constantly with the HP Reverb G2. Maybe I just have really effed up eyesight, all right? I don't know. But I'm just saying that that's what I've noticed when I adjust IPD. And if I have to do that with the Pico, which I do have to do, by the way, depending on the game, and also it depends on the texture quality that the game developers have used, which means that if, for example, a game developer uses on, let me just check the microphone's still working. Yes, it does. So depending on the texture quality, this could be the reason why, actually. For example, if a texture quality is used at 1024 by 1024 DPI resolution, then obviously the quality of that texture is going to be sharper than a developer cheating and using a resolution at, let's say, 254 DPI by 254 in resolution, which is a much less it's a much more compressed resolution, which means that it's going to feel more blurry initially. So a lot of developers, especially for PCVR, will give you the ability to change the texture resolutions in some of the games. For example, in Half-Life Alyx or in Arizona Sunshine, you can change the resolution of the graphics of the textures, so it might not affect your IPD so much. But for some games, if you can't change the textures and they're already very compressed, you're gonna find, I find, let me know in the comments below what you think, whether you have a similar experience to me. I find that I have to change my IPD. For example, Half-Life Alyx, I can change my IPD once, leave it, I'm done. But then when I go into Population 1, I have to change the IPD again because the textures used in Population 1 are much more compressed compared to the resolution textures inside of Half-Life Alyx. So if I have to keep doing that electronically, it's not useful to me because I have to go somewhere to click, change. It's just not really that user-friendly to me. So that's why I love the HP Reverb G2's IPD, manual IPD here, because if it doesn't feel right, all I have to do is manually do it straight away. I don't have to go anywhere, exit something, change the UI, whatever. So I'm just saying that VR manufacturers don't, I think, understand these kind of things, or they don't maybe think about these kind of things. So it's just my 2 cents worth if DPVR are watching today's video, or other VR manufacturers are watching today's video, and giving you my feedback in terms of IPD changing things. All right, so let me just go back to the message. Other things I can talk about or they want me to mention. Okay, the DPVR E4 is now available in the US, can be bought from Amazon, and the EU can be bought from local resellers. So don't know if it's available on Best Buy or all these other things. And you can also order it from dpvr.com's website as well, guys. For the IPD, apparently it starts at 50 mm all the way to AP 80 mm. So that is a very, very wide choice of IPD choices for you guys. It's not stuck at one specific IPD, as apparently it was before they had an update or something. And they have 4 accessories that will be launched next month in June. I guess that's what he's saying, because this message was still May. So either June or July they will have accessories, including, if I'm not wrong, a new kind of facial interface. What else can we talk about before I put the headset on and let you know, give you my first impressions, of course. Okay, so it's from 50 to 80 instead of 54 to 74. Okay, let me go to the website again, just to see if there's anything else I've missed. Guys, let me know in the comments below if there's anything I've missed that you want me to talk about. I'm going to put a headset on and give you my first initial impressions in just a moment. Let me go. Okay, here it is. So it's 1.5. I didn't get the battery. It says that there's a battery that comes with it. So where is it? Maybe I missed it. Wait, let me check inside. Let me check inside. It says that there's a battery. Wait, let me go on this. It says that there's a battery, but I don't. Maybe the battery's inside the box. Is it in the battery? Is it in the box? Give me a moment, guys. Okay, let me just check. There's a thing here. There's a thing here. There's no battery in here. No battery in here, just to confirm. No battery in here. But it's possible I missed it, so... Okay, so this was the instructions. This was the liability thing. The charger. It's not attached to the charger, nor is it inside the cables. It's not in... Is it in here, maybe? Is it hidden in here somewhere? No, there's no battery in here either. And there's no battery in here, guys. Just want to confirm this. There's no battery in here. Okay, is there a battery in here? No. No battery in this box either. So DPVR, just to let you know, I didn't get the battery. Please don't send me the battery. I don't need the battery. But I'm just saying that, you know, it says on the website. If I go back to the website quickly. So the website, let me just bring it down. Okay. It says on the website. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. The website doesn't say there's a batch. No, is this? No, it's just technical specification. So it doesn't mean there's a battery that comes with it. It just means that it can support up to 1.5 1500 milliamps disposable alkaline battery with a battery life of 5 to 6 hours. Okay. All right, I got it. So I think I misunderstood. So, you know, let me know, guys, if you order one or if you've got one, whether you got a battery. But I didn't get a battery, but this is what it basically means. So it will support up to 1.5 volts and up to 5 and expect 5 or 6 hours of gameplay. Which, to be honest with you, well, you know, as I said before, my HP Reverb G2, I haven't changed the battery in 2 weeks. And the Pico 4, I haven't changed the battery in a month. So if I've got to change the battery every 5-6 hours, that's going to increase my electricity bill. Oh my God, and inflation, oh, so expensive. Vibration non-tactile, okay, it'll be very interesting to see whether I can adjust the vibrations. I think I can. Okay, interface, USB 3.2, okay. So those are the technical specifications. 280 grams without the head strap and about 500 grams with the Halo. All right, does it support HDMI to DP? Is not currently supported. But they expect to launch an adapter, guys. So that could be one of the accessories, is that they might actually have a HDMI adapter, just FYI. If you're going to use Type-C, make sure you can support independent display output, FYI. Okay, so the graphics of the computer, this is a very good point. Let me go here. Now, in terms of the specs of the computer that you need, I believe it's not a very high computer that you need. Where is it? They dispatched in 2 days, by the way. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so they dispatched in 2 days. They have a 1-year warranty that comes with it. Worldwide delivery, secure payment, global support, guys. They have support all over the world. And it says that the price includes VAT. So tax is included in the price as well. It's an LCD 4K display. Okay, we spoke about that already. And for the computer that you need, I saw it earlier before. Oh, they'll probably have the case as well that comes with it later. Okay, DPVR E4. I'm going to be trying on the headset very soon, guys, so do hang around for that. I saw it before, but... So the lenses are 3664 by 1920. I'm not quite sure if this is per eye, to be honest. I think it's in total, but I need to double check with them. Okay, here we go. I think it's here. How can I get rid of the pop-up? Okay, let me just... How can I get rid of the pop-up? Shopping as consumer. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's got 8 GB of RAM, by the way. Sorry, you need 8 GB of... Let me just make it bigger. Alright, so... You need 8 GB of RAM, and minimum spec is a GeForce 1080, which I think is pretty good. You know, you don't need a super duped up card to make this work, which is pretty cool. So it's very user friendly. I haven't tried with a GTX 1080, to be honest with you. I use a 2070, and I have an amazing experience in VR because I haven't tried. I'm oblivious and completely ignorant to whatever is better. So I have a really good time with what I have. Intel iCore i5 or better. You need one DisplayPort 1.4, Windows 10 or later. Okay, you need Steam VR. Okay, fine. You can run at 7290 or 120 inside-out tracking, so no base stations required. No eye tracking, no face tracking, just FYI. No hand tracking, so you could use the Ultra Leap for hand tracking. Loudspeaker, yes. We'll look at the speaker in just a moment, and then that's about it, really. Not sure what else to talk to you about in terms of the actual specs. These are all the various different specs available here. Any additional information? Okay, it's all here. All right, that's that. All right, guys, so now I'm going to try the headset on. So just give me a while. Let me put this away. Let me put that away. And let me put this away. There we go. Let's look at the other areas of the headset. There's no headphone jack, FYI. Oop, 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 oop. No headphone jack, FYI. No volume. Oh, maybe the volume is somewhere else. There's no volume button, like to, you know, you'll have to control the volume from inside, I would imagine, like with your control, like you would do with Windows Mixed Reality or whatever other headset you might have. You just go inside with your controller in the software and then adjust your volume accordingly there, or adjust it, of course, via the driver on your computer. There's no headphone jack, yeah, so if you want the headphones, you'll have to use Bluetooth, which, personally speaking, I don't know, guys, do you use Bluetooth headphones seriously with PCVR? And if you do, does it work? Like, what kind of Bluetooth headphones do you have that work? Like, there's no latency, no lag whatsoever. I'd love to know. Honestly speaking, with the G2, it's my favorite speakers. I don't need any headphones with the G2. I just don't. It's absolutely fantastic since they fixed the issue with one of the things that wasn't working. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. So it's going to be a bit annoying to have to use speakers with this, although you could use earbuds, I imagine, which is fine. Then the earbuds will go this way as opposed to having something on top, and then you have this that will obstruct your ears maybe when you have something on top of it. The speakers, it looks like, are here. Here are the speakers, guys. Do you see them? Two little dots here. These are where the speakers are, here. And on the other side, there, here. That's where they are. So, yeah. So I'll test them and see how it goes. I'm not expecting Valve Index quality speakers, to be honest with you. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it's absolutely fine. You know, the iPhone has great speakers, so Samsung have great speakers on their phones. So why not have great speakers here? Could be fine. Who knows? I'll let you know. Hit the notification bell after you subscribe to get all those kind of first impression reviews that I will definitely give you tomorrow in another live stream, guys. And do come by tomorrow for that live stream as well. So let's put this on. Let me put this on for the first time with the glasses on. Let's see how it feels. Let me just read some comments before. Yeah, Pico is a lot of hours for the batteries, Drew. Absolutely correct. All right, let me put this on and just give you my first impression feedback and see how it all looks. All right, putting this on. I'll take my hat off. I already felt something, just to let you know. Okay, let me just put it on. I'll tell you what it is. Okay. So if you have glasses, this is an issue. This is too soft. So what happens is when I put it on, basically this goes really soft. This goes really soft, and my glasses hit the lens. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to I put the filters, the plastic thing somewhere. Okay. Alright, so if you have glasses, yeah, that's going to be an issue. So what I advise you do in that case is don't go all in. Just bring the halo, just make the halo so that the halo is completely out first. That's what I would advise you do. Completely out. No, don't bring the halo in. Bring the halo out first. Just do that first. Then just very gently put them on. Bring the halo down then. Okay, I'll take my hat off because most people won't have a hat on. Okay, there we go. And then use the halo to adjust. Okay. Okay, so bear in mind that it takes time for VR headset to take the shape of someone's face. All right. So the G2, when I first tried it on for the very first time, it wasn't great. But the G2 now is my favorite VR headset for comfort because it's taken the shape of my face in a really awesome way to the point that I can leave it on for hours. Like I could go to sleep with it, I could work with it, I could live with it on my face. It just feels like it's an extension of me. That's how comfortable the G2 has become to me. But when I first put it on, it was horrible. The Pico, when I first put it on, was super horrible because it was just so wide for my face that it just let every piece of light inside. It took some time for it to take the shape of my face, and now it feels there's less light leaking inside. That means there's less light going inside of the headset. It's taken my face, the shape of my face, much better. It's a much more comfortable headset. However, after 1 hour or 1 hour 20 minutes, I still need to remove it because it just hurts my face. But it's still way leap beyond better than at first when I put it on for the very, very first time. Okay, let me just get rid of the ad. Okay, so the Oculus Quest 1, which was the second headset I ever tried, Same thing. Actually, no, that's not true. The Oculus Quest 1 was amazing when I first put it on. It was so premium. It already had the shape of my face. They had got it right straight away. The Oculus Go was also amazing. I think Oculus just did an amazing job when it came to putting something on for the very first time. But G2, Pico, no. Now let's talk about DPVR. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. First of all, okay, I don't have the headset turned on. I have it switched off. So I can't give you my opinion when it's switched on. But switched off, it feels very light. It feels very, very light, I have to admit. That is great. But the thing, the rubber stuff makes me feel like it almost feels like I have air on my face. Like I can't feel the headset. I can feel it on my forehead, yes. And it's already hot. That means that the rubber has already warmed up on my forehead as I was talking to you guys. That's what I was trying to talk to you about. Rubber warms up. It heats up. So I can already feel the rubber heating up on the forehead. And the head's off. It's the heat from my skin, the energy from my body that's going into the rubber, okay? Now, it's definitely hurting me a little bit with my glasses. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do to fix that. I'm going to have to do more testing when the headset is switched on. That means maybe I'll have to compromise the light coming in below compared to having it tight to my face. So for now, as I mentioned before, 90% of the headsets I've tried on have never been comfortable the first time I tried it on, okay? It takes at least 60 to 150 hours before a headset is super comfortable. This, to me right now, feels very light, but it doesn't feel comfortable because the glasses are hurting my nose. Basically, it's bringing my glasses down, which basically means that my glasses are doing this. Sorry, my glasses are going into my nose. They're not going down. My glasses are not going down. They're going in. Sorry, in. This way. They're going back. It's forcing my glasses to go back on my nose. So, but other than that, maybe I just need to experiment a little bit more in terms of I need to experiment a bit more in terms of the distance of the headset. So whether I need the headset to be, maybe further out instead of further in, very possible. I'm going to have to do more testing. To make sure that I can both have my headset on the actual head, snug, and not hurt my nose. Now, in terms of light leaking, again, the G2 is, oh my God. The G2 is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's no light that goes in. With this one, there is light. It's comparable to a Quest 1. Let me put the Pico just to compare. I'm just trying to find the facial interface, because I took it off. DPVR, please do like Pico. Magnet. Yeah, I mean the Pico is still. If I don't have a hat on, it's ridiculous. I hate it. It just feels really, really not comfortable on my face when I don't have a hat. That's why I always wear a hat when I wear the Pico. Or you'll always see me streaming. I have a hat on with the Pico. The hat does two things. First of all, it limits the light from coming in from the back, and secondly, it just feels so much better on my head. It's just amazing. Without the hat, it's horrible. There's definitely a lot of light coming in, so it's definitely very comparable to the Pico. But when I have a hat on, my God, the Pico is super comfortable. It just changes things to a point that is crazy. Like it feels 100,000 times more comfortable, and there's less light coming in. So now let me try with a hat on and see whether that's something that will make a difference. Okay, so let's try this. Now, okay, it feels much better. Feels much better. Wow. I think you're gonna see me streaming with a hat on, guys, using the E4. Much better. Oh my god, it feels more comfortable. It feels so much more comfortable. Do you know that it's super rare for me to feel comfortable in a VR headset the first time around? Wow. Night and day. Night and day. Guys, if you don't feel comfortable in a VR headset, I suggest you put a cap on and then try the VR headset on. The cap, again, has stopped the light leaking from here, which means I definitely feel like there's much more darkness inside. I can still see light coming from my nose, for sure. I can still see light coming from that nose, yes. But, you know, it's not super detracting. And the other thing is, I don't really feel the rubber on my forehead anymore because of the hat. So it's taken the heat away from the heat feeling's gone. Yeah, this is very good, guys. Very good. Yep. With the hat, very good. With the hat, very good. No hat, shit. Hat, good. Sorry, I'm just being honest. Yeah, it makes a world of difference. Even my glasses, it feels much more comfortable because the hat has the strap, and the strap is creating a bit of distance between my glasses and the lenses whilst keeping the actual headset snug on my head. So now I actually feel comfortable with the glasses on, which is great. That's what I need, right? I don't want to wait until I get my lens prescription adapters here. And in fact, they might not even be lens prescription adapters, right? So for this specific headset. Very good. Very good. Awesome. Awesome. What can I tell you? Hat is very good. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. That's it. So, guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. Smash the likes, smash the notification after you subscribe, as I'll be doing plenty more videos with this guy. And also tomorrow we'll do another live unboxing, not live unboxing. We'll do the power turn on tomorrow, guys. So, guys, thank you very much again. Really appreciated you taking some time. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, I love it. Really good. Comfortable with the hat. Without the hat, uncomfortable. But with the hat, it is comfy. But I do see what Disco VR had to say when she said, when you bring it down, you have to kind of readjust it. So maybe I'm just going to do it this way. Alright, guys. Well, there you go. We had the unboxing today of the E4 by DPVR. And tomorrow we will do the power turn on. So until then, take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.